After weeks of not seeing our snowy Uteranus, we finally find her back in Darkwoods, and this time, she isn't alone. To our knowledge, this is her first time seeing another of her kind. This male's name is Poe. He's being tracked by our sister research team. They have informed us that he is the opposite of Lichen. Where she is bold and expressive, he is reserved and quiet. Lichen is unsure about him, and keeps her distance at first. That is, until he presents her with a gift. She comes closer to inspect the pine cone. Poe seems enamored with her, likely because of her striking coat. Uteranus are known for choosing mates with the most immaculate coats and striking colors. Poe's impatience prompts Lichen to dart away after he makes an attempt to sniff her tail. He chuffs to her, and she accepts his gift. Lichen takes off with her prize, and Poe quickly follows. Later, they are spotted traveling to the south. Their meeting was a bit messy in terms of Uteranus behavior. Males will typically chuff, and females will make series of clicks to greet another, before they dance and shake to show off their feathers. That doesn't seem to have affected the two though, as they're spotted sleeping in close proximity to one another that night. It is safe to say that they have formed a cabal, or group of unmated Uteranus. Lichen and Poe are on the hunt. They each stalk their target, Lichen making her way around the field to play distraction, while Poe sneaks into the cover of the rocks. Unfortunately for them, their prey is an Unodontosaurus. They are notoriously hard to take down, and quite dangerous with their club tail. Taking one on is sure to mean broken bones, even for apex predators. The Psittacosaurus accompanying the Unodontosaurus sets off the alarm when it spots our pair of Tyrannosaurids. Poe is in position to strike. Now it's Lichen's job to get the herbivore to face her. This would be a good strategy if their target was just about anything but an ankylosaurid. Due to its poor eyesight, the Unodontosaurus peers around, listening to try and locate the source of all the noise. Being albino, the creature may also be blind or even partially deaf. Poe leaves his hiding spot, apparently deciding that this meal wasn't worth the risk. Uteranus are incredibly intelligent and remember past encounters with other species. It is possible that he has been on the receiving end of a clubbed tail in the past. Lichen greets him with a dance, thankfully losing interest in the ankylosaurid. Later in the day, we find the pair enjoying the services of a Latinovenatrix. These raptors will preen and pick any ectoparasites from the hides and coats of other dinosaurs. Lichen rises, and to our team's amusement, comes over to rest closer to Poe. It seems she wasn't done with the little raptor's cleaning. The Latinovenatrix dutifully prints Poe's coat and ignores Lichen's attempt at getting more attention. The little raptor chirps to the Tyrannosaurs and is later spotted traveling north alongside them. Lichen and Poe have been spotted in the savanna grasslands. A Lichen has caught their attention. Both of the Tyrannosaurs are hungry, but the likelihood of them catching the terror bird is low. Lichens are fast, but if Lichen can manage to sneak up behind it undetected, they will get a decent meal. Lichen and Poe are beginning to work well as a team. This is a good sign that they will pair bond. Pair bonds are quite fragile in the beginning, but over time and after the bond has been tested, only death would break it. At first it seems that Poe will hold the Lichen's attention, then it spots the approaching female. They give chase. Lichen almost heads the terror bird off. She goes for a heavy bite that would surely spell the end for her prey, and ends up with a mouthful of tail feathers. So close, but close doesn't fill a hungry belly. The two roar their displeasure, and the tyrannosaurs head off to look for another opportunity. Our cameras catch Lichen and Poe back in Darkwoods. The pair have been together for several weeks now, and have been displaying strong courting behaviors. Unfortunately, one trail camera malfunctioned and failed to capture a successful hunt. The pair have brought down a subadult Albertoceratops. After eating her fill, Lichen heads off to the south of Darkwoods, leaving Poe with the body. We find the pair again on the beach, with Lichen lounging in a patch of grass by the sand. Poe appears with a twig laden with berries. This appears to be yet another courting gift. Lichen inspects this gift and nuzzles the fruit with her snout to accept it. Our suspicions are confirmed when Lichen roars and begins the ritual that will bind the pair as mates. By mimicking one another, they seal their bond. After coming together for a tender nuzzle, Lichen and Poe wander off back into the cover of the dense forest. The early hours of dawn find Lichen and Poe curled up with 3 newly hatched whelps. Deuteranus take turns bringing food back for their young. While Poe is out, Lichen is dancing and chattering to her offspring as she has done since she laid their eggs. This is critical for them, as they will carry pieces of their parents' songs into adulthood to communicate with others of their species. A quick rain shower fills up a basin with water, which the smallest whelp quickly discovers is quite fun to splash in. That night, the family curls up together with full bellies. The whelps are tucked into their parents' coats and feathers, warm and safe. A game of chase has ensued, while Lichen lounges, peacefully watching over her offspring. That is, until the smallest gets stepped on by a larger sibling. Their mother is quick to soothe them with gentle nuzzles. All is well again, as they wait for Poe to return with food. Poe returns to the den as the sun climbs higher into the sky. But something's wrong. Lichen hears Poe's furious roars from the entrance of the den. She gets up to run to his aid, unaware of the dangers lurking. A lone Utahraptor descends from the rocks, quickly dispatching one of the whelps. To our horror, Poe has been followed by a pair of Allosaurus. Utahraptors are fiercely protective of their young, and are prone to acting impulsively to defend their offspring. The two theropods stand off, and Lichen bellows from the den. Poe's timid nature keeps him from charging in, but Lichen has no such hesitations. Emboldened by his mate, Poe joins Lichen in the standoff. Allosaurus are much more powerful than Eutyranus. This fight will certainly spell disaster for Lichen and Poe. Just when it seems the Tyrannosaurs will back away, the female Allosaurus strikes. They focus on Poe as Lichen scrambles to defend her mate. Pinned against the cliffside, Poe falls to the Allosaurus's teeth and claws. In the wake of Poe's death, Lichen has gone back into the den to retrieve her remaining whelps. She roars to ward off the Allosaurus pair, prepared to give her life to defend her young. Thankfully, the Allosaurus pair only seem interested in pushing the Tyrannosaurids out. In her desperation to avoid the larger carnivores, Lichen is forced to climb up and over boulders to reach the exit. The sudden rain shower makes the rock slippery. The smaller whelp struggles to climb after its mother. Lichen calls worriedly and encourages it to follow. Reunited, Lichen leads what is left of her family into the forest. She heads north, keeping to the cover of the trees. After such a devastating loss, the odds are stacked against Lichen and her whelps.